Good morning, saints and friends. I pray all is well in your world. I pray you can hear me. Okay, yesterday I was chatting it up and couldn't nobody hear nothing I had to say. Um, yeah, so we're gonna check real quick, make sure that we are on here together and online so that, okay, I see my little face. Let's see if you can hear me. Yep, here we are. I'm here. Hey, good morning, y'all. Listen, I am hanging out downstairs. It feels themed, we're in this botanical area. This is my prayers book. It belongs, but we sowing seeds of prayer. No, we're not. We might. We might. Yesterday we had a great conversation about do it now. Don't put it off. Don't put it off. Do it now. Don't rest until you do. And we were supposed to be sowing the seeds, and we never quite got to this. The conversation got good to me. Actually, I think what happened is the fact that y'all couldn't hear me set me back and threw me off. But anyway, that's what we're doing this morning. Um, as you may or may not know, I am a plant mama, and I love planty things. Makes me super, super happy. And so part of why we're talking about this is because um, I think if you didn't watch yesterday, quick recap, there's some things that we all need to be doing. Me, you, the boogeyman, the important people, all of us. There are really, really great things that we're supposed to be doing. And we haven't even started. Or we started and we haven't done anything else to it. And so there are a few things I want to invite you to. This weekend, we're doing two classes, the Tia Teach Me How to Maintain My Locks class and the Pour It Up Master class. Like, that's a thing that's important. The next thing that we're doing is a 90-day collective. I'm calling it something like the Calm Collective 90-day launch party. And it's a community, it's a group of us who will get together and we will launch something. Now, you may be like, Tia, I don't even know what it is you're talking about. And for me, what I want you to, good morning, Kayla. Um, One of the things that I'm going to be launching, I know two things. I know two things. A book, and I'm going to be launching a new product. Okay. And if you're supposed to be doing anything of those two, this would be great for you. If you're someone who has a nonprofit, there's someone who is supposed to be doing something in the earth. You need to relaunch something. This is a great opportunity for you to get with someone so you can be accountable, number one, but also be with someone who has always launched before. This is not necessarily this is an opportunity to get some low ticket coaching from me. So what'll happen is we're gonna go through the steps of what it takes to actually launch something. We're gonna go from where I don't, you may be saying I don't have an idea. Well, we're gonna be able to take you, or you don't know which one. I'm gonna be able to take you through how to pick the best idea, how to then begin to do research on it while creating content for it, while beginning to build email lists for it, and then actually having an actual launch. That's what we're going to be doing for 90 days. So after this video, the link will be in the description or in the comments. It's go to calmculture.com. That is where you can go just purchase the 90 days. If you need a payment plan, I'll send a separate link for that. So today we are sowing seeds. Let's figure this out together. Yeah, we're sowing seeds today because I really want us to begin to have a better understanding of a slower process and what it means to start something now. Um, so this is the steps, okay? So this, well, you can't, I don't know if you can see it, but here's the steps to starting your greenhouse kit, okay? Um, First, you just prepare the pellets, right? You place water in this tray. See, these are like these little flat discs. And can y'all see that? Yeah, these little flat discs. And you put water in these and they swell up. Okay? And what it does is it becomes like this nice little cushy peat moss thing, and you put your seeds in there and it allows them to germinate, right? And then once your seed has become a seedlet, then you transplant it into something bigger, and the thing just biodegrades, right? So let's go ahead and prepare. think you're supposed to put this in here. Yeah, okay. This is the fertilizer. Oh, that's perfect. I got 1 gallon of water. Okay, anyway, y'all. So, what I really want to encourage you to do is really begin to consider what are some of the things that you need to stop putting off. Um, one of the things that I'm talking about business, but one of the things that came up yesterday while we were praying was like unforgiveness or forgiveness per se. Like that, you need to start forgiving. That's something you should definitely do now. There's some hard conversations that need to be had, and that's the kind of stuff that doesn't need to be put off. Um, there is a an issue. One of the lead intercessor in our group was talking about it yesterday. Like, there's this big issue with offense, and my own personal situation concerning offense is offense begins to fester, and it turns into stuff you don't want, friend. You don't want that. It turns into bitterness. It gives room for pride to come in and tell you, well, child, I ain't doing that. They ain't got to not never worry about me. Me and one of my friends were talking about that yesterday, where it's like, child, I ain't had time for that. But then it begins to plant seeds. Like, unforgiveness gives way to things we don't want in our world. And so it is better for us to go ahead and start forgiving fast. It is better for us to begin to dealing with ourselves. I was having a conversation with Mr. Lee as well as to why I haven't been going hard like the Lord is asking me to. Like, why did it seem like it was so difficult to do the things that are simple instructions? Like, why is it so hard for me to do that? Why does it feel like, okay, I know I'm supposed to do this and it's to my benefit? We're not even talking about, like, forgiveness can be hard. Having hard conversations can be hard. But, and, like promoting your thing, talking about what you offer, why does that seem hard? Even in stuff that like, sometimes something you've never done before, but what about those of us who have done it before? Where's our energy? Where's our, like, what is it? What is this thing that is zapping us? What is this thing that is informing our decision as to why we do something or why we don't do something? Right? I am of the belief right now that we really, as Christians, as humans, we have to do a better job of being self-aware. Now, I ain't talking about beating yourself up. I believe you should go be self-aware with the Lord, okay? In the presence of the Father is where we need to be self-aware. So this is always so cool to me. Yeah, I believe that's where we need to be self-aware. We need to be self-aware in the presence of God. But that means if you walk into a room and you see someone who just doesn't make you excited, instead of just being like, child, what if you said, Lord, what is that? What is this thing that's happening to me? Why do I feel this way? Taking more time to sit with emotions, feelings, thoughts. Where's this thought coming from? You know, where's this thought coming from? Where's this concept? Why do I believe this? Who told me that? I had a client, we were talking, and she doesn't like wearing her locks down. And they are very pretty, if I do say so, Michelle. And I'm thinking, why? Like, girl, why don't you want to wear your hair down? And she just was like, girl, I look like a witch. And I said, oh, who told you that? She was like, nobody. I'm like, nah, sis. Somebody told you that. Somebody told you that. And so, y'all, it turned into a beautiful moment. We praise God for how he moved in that moment. But legit, somebody had told her that. And that was her informing her decisions on how she wore her hair for many years. And so when we don't take time to either process an emotion, process a feeling with the Lord, then we unnecessarily hold on to information. We unnecessarily hold on to stuff, and we wonder why we can't get the breakthrough that we need. We wonder why it seems like praying, fasting ain't working. it's because there's some stuff that we're not sitting still long enough. I remember, y'all, it was the funniest thing. So, as a woman, I don't necessarily clean well, right? Like, there's some women who get down and they can scrub the baseboards. You know, I tried. It don't seem like it works. I now have, let me tell you, okay, there are certain luxuries I feel like I need. Um, One of my clients and I bought her, right, for a very expensive service that she gets. And she loves to clean. So she cleaned my apartment. Child, we can do this forever, okay? I ain't never got to clean my house. Like, I want to keep it clean. I love it when it's clean. But the way she cleans it, I want to learn. But anyway, let me go on to my story. So one day I was talking to Mother Allen and another group of women just about cleaning up my house and how I get distracted when I am cleaning my house. How I will start cleaning over here and take this thing, like let's say I'm gonna go put this in the trash, right? So I'm taking this, putting this in the trash, and I walk over to the trash and realize, oh, the trash needs to be taken out. So I'll grab the trash, go to take the trash out. And I keep doing all this stuff, and I never go really get back to the point or get back to the place where I was actually starting to clean. And I remember Mother Allen said, well, baby, that's what you look like in the spirit. You won't sit still long enough to let God complete the work that He's trying to do in you. And I mean, this had to be 10, 11 years ago. Something very similar to that. 10, 11 years ago is when she said it to me. And I remember thinking, oh, she right. She's correct the mundo. And I believe that's what's happening to a lot of us right now. We're not sitting still long enough to let God do a complete work in us, to not allow things to be completely healed. Um, I don't know, some of you guys may have had surgeries and procedures, and if you get up too soon and you get to moving around too much, I had walking pneumonia. I wanted to be outside, okay? And I don't mean outside as in these streets. I wanted to be at church. I wanted to be at work, you know. These are all things I wanted. And every time I tried to get up too soon, it was regressing. And so we have to be able to see that that is what's happening in our worlds. That there is times to move, it's times to groove and do all that fun stuff, but we got to do a better job at sitting still and letting the Lord do the work He needs to do in us, so that He can make us whole. Child, I don't want no partial wholeness. That ain't what I want. And so that means I gotta be still, friend. That means you too. Okay. So I don't think y'all can y'all see these things swelling? They're not little hockey pucks anymore. Okay, hold on. This one looks a little dry. I guess I ain't supposed to see no more white. I did this before in the last one. Okay. So while this is swelling up, let's figure out what seeds we have and what we can sow now. Because there's a time and a season for everything. That is scripture. I would say I hear seeds sliding. Please don't tell me. Yeah, I just opened up my backpack. I know I'm ADHD and on y'all this morning. I opened up my backpack and my chips is all over my backpack. You know how sad I am about that? Ease. Okay. Oh, there are seeds down here. Oh Lord, what are you? Oh no. Okay. So, this was your child seeds. It would be fun to do like a mystery seed situation, but I don't know if we have space for that. Okay. I believe there's nothing in here. So why are we still collecting trash? Yeah, it's not in there. It's not in there. Okay. So I'm thinking now. And so hey Kiki. Hey girl, hey. I'm sorry, I just saw that you messaged me or were commenting. Um Yeah, okay, so what we're doing at this very moment is we're going to take our seeds and separate them, because certain seeds are better to be planted in the spring. There are certain seeds that are better to be planted in the summer. There are certain things that should be planted in the winter. and then grow all through. So like garlic is best to be planted like in the fall, like November, because it needs the freeze. There are certain plants that you'll see that are freeze tolerant. And so this is why, y'all, it is important to know what you're doing and when you're supposed to be doing it. All right, so we got some lettuces. Are you going to tell me when I can sow it? Okay, so like this particular one, this is some lettuce. And it just says, oh, okay, here we are. Whew, child. Let's read together. Recommended 2 to 4 weeks before your average last frost date. When soil temperature is at least 40 degrees, ideally 60 to 70, sounds about now. Successive sowings every 2 to 3 weeks before your average first fall frost date. Mid climates also sold in the fall for winter harvest. Okay, so let's explain for those of y'all who may or may not want to start a garden. Okay, what this means, your last and your first frost date. So your last frost date is in April. It for us. All right, we are at 7 zone B. Those who live in Huntsville, Alabama, we are 7B, growing zone 7B. What that means is, as you saw, it was real warm the other day, and then it was icy cold because we can still have frost here in Huntsville or here in our zone. We can still get a frost, and there are certain things that cannot take a frost. It cannot. You can't plant this thing outside and still expect it to do well because it won't. Like I said, garlic, it needs freeze. It won't bulb up. It won't turn into cloves if it doesn't have a freeze. So that's why you need to know. So what this is saying, so our last frost date is like April, average last frost date. It's like the middle of April. It's like April 16th. So what this is saying is 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks before that, this is when this should be germinating because it doesn't need to germinate in really, really hot weather. Okay, so I guess it's on my lettuces. Ooh, lemon. Do I have a lemon balm? I think I already have lemon balm, but I planted outside. This is my lettuce. I have some butternut squash. Yeah, so this is saying 4 to 6 weeks before your average frost. We're a little behind, but it's okay. That's what we need to know, guys. It's okay. Everything is fine. Yes, we didn't do it when we were supposed to. It's okay. We're starting now. Start now. Okay, so this is purple flower echinacea. We're gonna sow this too. I want some yarrow. When do you? Okay, so this is 2 to 4 weeks after your last frost date. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna put this one to the side because it needs a little hot outside. Huh? But this is a flower. Hey flower. Oh, it's frost free. So it said don't play with me. Don't put me out here with no frost. It don't want to be with no frost. Okay, eggplant. I know I'm planting me some eggplant today though. Okay, so this is the eggplant black beauty. Start indoors in a warm, well lit area 8 to 10 weeks before your last frost. It's okay. Everything's fine. Sow seeds in seed starting formula in individual containers, about 1/4 deep, firm and light. Okay, so we got eggplant. We are going to sow this today. What are we doing with this? So, because I hear, okay, now I'm squirreling on y'all. I'm sorry. I'm about to get off because I'm now in the zone. Um, I want to do, I have one purple green stalk, which is a vertical garden tower thing. I want to make all the things in there purple. So we got purple potatoes. I have purple onions. I have blackberry, not blackberry, purple onions, purple potatoes, the eggplant. I have some lavender. Where can I sow this? Oh, I can sow this now. All right, let's go. Sorry. Okay, listen, I love y'all. Be all, be well. Listen, go to calmculture.com Sign up for the Lentia maintain help me maintain my logs class. Sign up for the Pour It Up masterclass. Also sign up to be a part of this 90-day launch party for yourself. Okay. I love you. I mean it. Hey Kayla. Stay out of trouble, Kayla. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to jump off of here because I'm playing in dirt. I mean, I guess y'all can hang out for that. So any important things that I've already said, I ain't saying it no more. But yeah, because I'm rambling because I'm getting excited. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. I love you. I mean it. I'll show y'all in my stories what we have done and what we're gonna do. All right. Bye, y'all.